when people ask me, like, what's a starting point? The starting point is self-awareness. If you don't have passion, it's very hard to sustain the amount of work that is required to actually build an entrepreneurial success. If you do not build awareness and relevance on social media, your business is in trouble. Nothing starts without attention, and attention now sits on these 7 to 10 social networks. Too many people aren't talking about things they're knowledgeable about or things they're passionate about, and I think people smell it. I weirdly prefer to lose. Yeah, I like it. I like that feeling of my chemicals saying, okay, now let's figure it out and win next time. I don't think people understand what they're signing up for with entrepreneurship. It is a constant game of losing with occasional wins. It's not a hokey thing to say you have to enjoy the journey. It's the only sustainable thing.
Attention is the #1 asset.
Gary, it's so great to have you. I'm so excited to talk to you about your life as an entrepreneur and your new book. And Gary, I want to start with your youth. You didn't have a lemonade stand. You had a lemonade franchise. Tell us about that. At 6 years old, a little franchise on your little big wheel.
You know, I think ambition is a natural trait to some, and clearly that happened for me. I mean, I don't even really know why it felt natural to ask Marissa Bird and Eric Godfrey and my sister Liz and Robbie Turnick to divide and conquer the neighborhood and have more than one lemonade stand. But it was, it was just incredibly entrepreneurial, really out the womb, as they say. As soon as I basically learned how to speak English, because obviously I was born in the USSR, and when I moved to Edison, New Jersey when I was 6, it was the beginning. And, you know, growing up in that, you know, quintessential 80s neighborhood, you know, I was so fortunate. I lived in a cul-de-sac, there was kids my age that naturally lived by me. I really got very fortunate, and it was a tremendous upbringing.
Yeah, that's really fantastic. And obviously, as you said, entrepreneurial out of the womb. Also, I would just say you've been a very successful entrepreneur, you know, for decades, and constantly reinventing yourself and what you're up to. I think people call you a futurist. And I think what you've said, and I think I've observed, that you really have a keen sense of the present. Yes. And how did you learn that skill?
I think I learned it through the 2 core things I did in my youth, which were trading baseball cards and selling wine. And so from the age of 11 to 17, my great passion was trading cards. And in the 80s and early 90s, the way that world worked was there was a monthly price guide.